What's going on, everybody? Captain Andy, what's up? LMP, what's going on? Angler, Scott Jackson, Ed, Mike's American Flyer. Yeah, we're all, I think most of us are dealing with all this heat. Captain Andy, I saw some videos from you up at Reading and Northern with the big boy. That looked pretty awesome. Uncle Salty, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, exactly, Mike. Got all my military stuff out. Moody Marina. I've been seeing all your posts. Looks like you're really enjoying yourself, Moody. I'd like to be where you're at. Oh, we got George. What's going on, George? Craig's Trains. What's up? Aaron, what's going on? I'm jealous of Moody, guys. If you're not following him on Instagram, Moody's in some awesome area right now. All right, Captain. I can't wait to see the other videos. I figured I'd park the 466T in front of the American flag, run some American stuff. Pops Trains, what's going on? Oh, Moody, that's no fun. Oh, we got Zach from Joker's Trains. What's up? Trevor, what's going on? Bridge Street Trains. I don't recall seeing you in here before. Welcome to the live. Thanks, Bridge Street. Those are actually K-line cars. Planning on doing a video for the 4th of July. I gotta make it tomorrow, so I gotta get all my stuff out and do some video. I've been slacking lately, guys. Anybody else start the holiday weekend early? What's up, Tim? Yeah, King of the Smoke Fluid. I was actually off of work today. Did a little pre-gaming earlier. I actually had to cut some grass earlier. I had to go cut my dad's grass. That was a little brutal. I'm not going to lie. And I spent the rest of the day swimming in the pool, floating around, having some drinks. Chesapeake John, what's going on? That Erie engine's a little dusty right now. I just pulled it out of the engine shed. Didn't even get a chance to dust it off. Ray's Trains, what's going on? Uh-oh, look at this. Ohio's having some Busch Light limes. Newt, what's going on? Slagcat, what's up? Dathan. I'm actually having a ranch water. That's what we call it. Well, Lauren and I, that's what we call them. Tequila and club soda. Salty, I was telling Lauren that. I was like, I guarantee you Salty's going to like that engine on the upper loop. It's a fun one. It's a nice engine. What's up, guys? Probably going to put the camera up on the upper loop again and run that around. I know a lot of you guys like that. Behind the engine. Yeah, I took off of work today. Hung out in the pole a little bit. Yeah, LMP. That's all my military stuff on the upper loop. The only thing I don't have out is the troop cars, and I just didn't have room for them. So, like I said, I plan on doing a military video, well, a train video for America's 250. So I'll probably run those in that video, plus what you see here, maybe different engines. Not sure yet. Thanks, Scott Jackson. That's actually Lauren's Camelback. That's not. I can't say that's mine. That's actually hers. That's the one engine that she has. Scott 929. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome. Oh, Captain Andy said he's working on getting all of his American Freedom Train stuff. Said he's got too much of it. Tim, hopefully the ads aren't too bad. I just have it on automatic, and I think it's on like a medium, they call it. Oh, Scott, you have that one also? I think it's a nice. I like it. I figured I'd throw the caboose behind it and running with that red, white, and blue train. Plus, I feel like I haven't ran an engine in a while. It's actually been a while. I see a lot of you Eastern Pennsylvania guys been posting videos of the big boy. I think we're going to be seeing it next weekend, so pretty excited for that. All right, Scott. Well, welcome back. I figured that the viewership would go down a little bit during the summertime. I know everybody's got stuff going on and stuff. But it's actually been pretty decent, honestly. I actually had somebody reach out to me and about wanting to come on the live stream and show off their layout. So I'm planning on getting them on here shortly. That's who I'm texting right now, actually. Newt, Ray wants to know how your sweat box was today. Dathan says tomorrow morning. I'm guessing he's going to see Big Boy tomorrow morning. That sounds like a good time. PR Sean, what's going on? Yeah, John sent me a video saying people were passing out from the heat today, trying to watch Big Boy. Sean, that 466T that's a line L. Probably K. I'm guessing that's probably K-line tolling though, but that's a K-line, or that's a line L. That's a pretty cool engine. All right, Newt's meeting up with some other people and Newt tomorrow. John said he was on 611 last weekend, and it wasn't too bad of crowds. Ray said people were passing out left and right. Yeah, I had to cut. Like I said, I had to cut my dad's grass earlier today, and it was about around 10 o'clock, and it was pretty damn hot. So I could see why people would be passing out, because midday and like later on, it seemed like it was extremely hot. 7:11. What's going on? Oh, John Murray was behind 611 last weekend too. Chesapeake John. You guys might have been on the same train. Dathan said that's good. Thins the herd out. Yeah, Travis. I met up with Travis at Brady's tent sale. Got a pretty cool box car that he gets it to me. The heat's been pretty insane lately, especially for around here. Like 95 and with the humidity is crazy. I don't know what Ray's talking about, but maybe somebody else does. Radar, what's up? Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Scott Jackson says 91. Let's see what we got here. I don't got 91. I got 83. Let's see what the feels like is. Feels like says 84. So, Scott, it must be hotter where you are. Scott said Big Boy was close to his work. Traffic was a mess. All right, Radar. Newt wants to know if you want to go see Big Boy tomorrow with them. Lauren was helping me get the military train out earlier, and I'm like getting cars out. And she's like, how many more are there? I was like, a couple more. So apparently she thinks I have too many. Yeah, Mike's American Flyer, he really shows his layout off really well. Raider saw Big Boy today. Said he waited almost 2.5 hours. He said it was extremely hot. What do you think, guys? You want to see another camera up on the upper loop? I can throw the camera up a little bit behind the engine, or do you want the camera somewhere else? Oh wow, John. 101 degrees. Tree fell on his house and spent yesterday at 90 cutting it up. That does not sound like fun, John. Travis, this is my entire military stuff that I have. Besides, like I said, my Atlas troop cars. So flat wise, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 flats, 3 ore cars, a tanker car, and a milk car. There's Jeremy. What's going on, Jeremy? I'm always telling Mike's American Flyer that he really presents his layout well. John, I don't know why the ads would be a lot more than what they were before. I really didn't change anything. But people keep saying about the fact that the ads are a little worse. I hope they're not too bad. People that don't have like YouTube Premium, let me know how many ads you actually got tonight or are getting. Like Jeremy can, I know Jeremy can give me a good. Hopefully it's not too bad. I really don't know what I would have changed. Yeah, Roscoe. I mean, Pennsylvania in general has just been getting slammed with heat. It's just been hot. Like I said, I plan on doing a video, just a run session for the America's 250. Nice. Ray's working on some video while he's watching the live. David, welcome to the live stream. See, Angler, I feel like 5 ads is way too much. I don't understand why some people would be getting them more than others. That's another thing I don't fully understand. All right, guys. 7come11 wants to know who I think makes the best flat cars. Honestly, 7come, buy a flat car yourself and then buy some military loads and put them on that flat car. You'll probably make it better than what. So let me zoom in here. I'll show you. Give me 1 second. We'll zoom this in a little bit on this upper loop. And I'll tell you which ones are like MTH flat cars and which ones are ones we did ourselves. John, did you guys go down to Pittsburgh to watch the Monster Jam at Heinz Field? I didn't get a chance to, but I feel like that would have been awesome. All right, so here we go. So the first 3 flats behind the engine are homemade flats. Well, and then the plain flats are all homemade. So those are homemade flats also. And then after that are all MTH flats. John, was it any good? Because I actually really wanted to go to that because I've been telling Lauren for a long time that they needed to do Monster Jam at like Heinz Field instead of like PPG. But I know the weather wasn't the best, but hopefully you guys had a good time. If the ads are horrible, guys, let me know in the next live. Like right now they're on automatic and medium, which which I would think wouldn't be that bad. So if it's a lot, I'll take it off. I'll put it on automatic and I'll put it on low for the next one. Nude. See, David, I don't fully agree with that. Like flat cars themselves, I think Lionel's flat cars are way better than MTH's. Now, if you're talking about like flat cars with a load, yeah, MTH makes really nice ones. Chad Trains, what's up? I hear you, Ray. Like I said, I've been out in the sun and it's been brutal. But I feel like I like Lionel's flats preferably better, in my opinion. But they're a little lower. I don't know. I just think that, and they have real wood on them. MTH's don't. Yeah, John, I was kind of bummed. I really wanted to go to that, especially to see the freestyle. Like seeing freestyle in a stadium, I think would be awesome. But yeah, honestly, all you gotta do is buy your own like flats, put some military stuff on them. Or I will say MTH does make some very nice products with the flat and the combo. Like right here, these are all like the tanks and stuff. Those are all MTH. I did add the chains because they don't come with nothing. But I mean, if you guys don't like the ads, I'll back them off the next live. Obviously, it doesn't help me out as much by doing that, but if it's too much, let me know and I'll back them off. Yeah, Chad's down in Florida, and all of us northern people up here complaining about the heat. I can only imagine what it's like down there. I mean, today was like 95 with a ton of humidity, so I had a good day though. Spent the day floating in the pool, so it was pretty fun. I was really looking at getting tickets, John, honestly, and that does suck that it rained. I know Salty's been probably having some crazy weather out there. I didn't realize that Colorado was as hot as it is until I started talking to Salty. Newt, I don't even know what that is. Sorry, guys. My here's my Menards flat. It's the car that I actually use for my camera car. They aren't bad. Obviously, Lauren weathered the deck on it, but they aren't bad. I think it's like what is this, a 40-footer maybe? Still, I mean, Lionels are obviously nicer, I think, but I'll throw that up on the upper loop. All right, guys. David wants to know what people are hoping for in the catalog. I mean, what do we got? Like 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Chad said Colorado has a bunch of wildfires going on now. Back that camera back out. Yeah, Jeremy, exactly. Jeremy's hoping for all West Coast stuff, so he don't have to spend no money. Dathan wants to know what catalog you're talking about. Radar says 72 is old. You're not, Newt. Will Zoscale, what's up? David wants to see Challengers again or Burks. Chad said he's more worried about his wallet with the Atlas catalog. Dathan said 3 catalogs will be coming out. Yeah, Roscoe, listening to my air conditioner run kind of drives me crazy sometimes because I know it's just costing me tons of money. Uh-oh, Newt's going to Nick Smith tomorrow after Big Boy. Yeah, I think it's supposed to cool off next week for us too, honestly. See what we got here. Tomorrow 94, Saturday 90, Sunday 84. Well, I wouldn't really say it's cooling off anytime soon here. John, I'm pretty sure that the 250 engines are probably just going to keep coming out. Seven come 11 said he wants to see 3 or 4 truck Shays. Ray said the heat almost got him. All right, like I said, one of our viewers reached out to me. Well, I met him at the Fort Pitch show. He came up when Jeremy and I were doing our live stream, and he reached out to me and said he was off tomorrow and wanted to join in on a live. This would be his first live stream, so let's welcome Trevor into the live. And I think he has his camera set up and ready to go, so we'll bring him in. I honestly don't know what Blue Chew is, Salty. So,
hey guys,
Trevor, what's going on?
what's up, buddy? Trying to see if this is showing up for everybody here.
Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Scott said he got a heat warning until Saturday night.
Yeah, are you guys able to hear me?
News, that's pretty funny.
See if you guys are able to pick it up at all.
Trevor, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Am I coming through at all?
Yeah, you are now. I got
Okay.
you.
I might have to switch where the camera's sitting at so you guys are able to hear me. Might have to move it a little bit closer here and we'll see if I can get a portion of the layout in here.
Dathan said he can hear you loud and clear, so you must be good.
Okay. Well, give her a start up here. I don't know if you guys want to go through a quick layout tour before we run them. It doesn't matter to me.
They're actually saying you're a little loud, so.
Matter of fact, I'll I'll shut them down for a second because, like I said, I'm not sure how well you guys can hear me or whatever. But yeah, we go through a quick layout for if you guys want. Yeah. There you are now. Okay. I have to switch where the camera's sitting at so you guys are able to hear me. I have to.
Mute your iPad so it's not back feeding.
What's that?
You might have to mute your iPad so it's not back feeding through.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out.
See, it's weird. They're saying you're extremely loud, but
Yeah. How about now? Is that better?
for me, it's perfect.
Okay. All right. Like I said, we can do a quick layout tour here. So guys, I don't have the table built yet, but we're working on that. So starting over here in the end, I got the Lionel smoke fluid loader here that's going to run off TMCC, and then the Lionel back shop. And it's kind of like the switch yard sitting down here, storage. And then run it over to the center here. We kind of got a MTH station set up. And I got an outer loop that's 048, the inner's 036. And they kind of mesh together. And I've got a reversing loop, which is kind of hard to see, but back behind the power station going back towards my freight depot, there's actually a reversing loop back here that comes back and around. And then I have a switching setup here with the Menard speed mill and their, tower setup. So I got the Greyhound bus station here. But yeah, we'll try to run some trains here and see how it turns out.
Newt, this is McFeeders. Trevor, what's your full handle on YouTube?
Try that. I'll try to get a camera angle that looks okay. Try to turn down the master volume a little bit. That way I'm able to hear you guys.
Can you hear me, Trevor?
Yeah. Yep.
Newt wants to know what your YouTube handle is.
So it's under McFeeders Melon Model Railroad. It's kind of a mouthful. See if I can pull up my thing here so I can see if I get the chat going here. So I can see some of this.
I'll try. I'm going to look him up on YouTube, guys, and see if I can get him his channel. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, let me know if this angle's not that good. I'll try to find somewhere else if need be. It's kind of hard because, like I said, I don't really have a good phone holder.
Jeff Soskell, what's going on? Everybody's saying I got I backed your volume down, so you should be fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, Trevor's currently working on building his table and everything in his basement. He's got a lot of stuff he's redoing and stuff before he starts building the table.
Yeah, I got the table materials and, a lot of stuff sitting there just trying to get things buttoned up before we start covering everything up with the tables.
I'm trying to find your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get myself set up so that I can do stuff with you guys more often and make some content and stuff.
Dathan asked if that's a white body bag along the wall over there.
Oh, yeah. Oddly enough, that's our master bedroom king size mattress. I'm currently in our master bedroom that's not been started yet.
Yeah, Jeff. I mean, there's no problem with setting up trains on the floor. Like he pretty much set his whole layup on the floor. That way, he knows what he's going to do once he builds the table. Dale Hudson, what's going on? He was chasing the big boy today. Said chasing it in 100-degree weather is exhausting.
I think I got it running now.
Yep, I see trains going.
I had a little derail in the one corner.
I'm looking for his YouTube meet right now. This is why I need to get. I have to add mods to my channels to help me do this kind of stuff. Keep saying I'm going to add them. I need to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to have some help. His channel is pretty new. I don't think he posted much stuff yet. You can, Trevor. You can't type into the chat right now, can you?
I'm gonna see if I can get through on my tablet to see if I'm able to check the chat and talk back.
Yeah, I mean, Uncle Salty. Salty's all on the floor. Everybody knows that. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with being on the floor. That's what happens.
All right, I think that came through.
All right, here he is, right here, guys.
There we go.
So if you can, go give him a like.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully here we're shooting for September to start actually building the table. I'm just trying to button up my drop ceiling and my glass block windows I put in. I'm going to paint the walls and the floor, and then hopefully I'll be ready to start getting my table built. But like I said, the materials are kind of already there for it. Hey, Flyer Mike, what's up, buddy?
Usually you're working when we do live streams on Thursdays, aren't you?
What's that?
Aren't you usually working when we do live streams on
No, so
Thursdays?
I'm actually able to watch every live stream from home, but I typically go to bed about 9:30, 9:45, so I don't usually get to catch a lot of the live streams, but I'm off tomorrow, so I was like, well, this is a perfect opportunity for me to jump in there and see what's going on. Yeah, Jeff, that definitely, there's a lot of action going on in here. So this layout's sitting about 15 foot long, which is basically simulating basically the whole length of what I'm able to run. in my basement when I get to that point. So, yeah, I'm pretty much maxed out. Like, I'll see if I can pull the thing up here real quick so you guys can see. I'm pretty much, see if I get over where there's not a shadow. I'm pretty much up to the wall on what I can do as far as the size of the layout. I mean, it's just enough so it clears. And again, this isn't permanent. This is just for me to set it up. But, you know, here comes the Jibo, and I have it so it just clears the doorway. And I'm actually thinking about adding this secondary layout that just has some conventional locos. I've actually thought about where this switch is right here. When these cars pass over, they go to my siding. I've actually talked about taking that switch and putting a right hand instead of a left hand there and seeing about connecting these two, you know, layouts together. Maybe not in that configuration, but have enough extra track, I could make a whole nother layout if I needed to.
Trevor, Newt wants to know if you have a Instagram channel also, or are you just on YouTube?
Yes, I do. Newt, it's also the same. It's McFeeder's Melon Model Railroad.
I can't find the channel. I don't know why I can't find it. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it.
Yeah, initially it was just McFeeder's Model Railroad. My girlfriend wanted in on it, so I promised her that I'd put both of our names in it. That way she'd get credit, because she's, like Lauren, she's going to end up doing all the scenery here for sure.
It's pretty exciting whenever you start doing the bench work. I can't wait to see it all come together.
Oh, yeah, me too, man. I'm super excited. I pretty much have it down to where I think, for the most part, I've got it set up the way I wanted as far as the track plan. You know how many revisions I went through. For some of you guys that already followed me from before, you've probably seen several different revisions to this layout. And this was something that I thought was unique and something that I haven't really seen anywhere else that I thought was this kind of, I wouldn't say it's prototypical by any means, but just something I thought was fun and would make good content and people would enjoy watching.
Dawn was saying, watch if like having your track so close to your wall because it might hit the wall. But
Yeah.
will it be that close whenever you build it, or is it closer now than what it will be when you actually build the layout?
Luckily for me, when I go downstairs, that far side at the beginning where you guys saw that's close to that door, there's no door down there at all. So I won't even have to worry about anything hitting over there whatsoever. It's a big open room.
Jeff wants to know how wide your layout's going to be.
How wide the layout is? I think it's sitting about 5 foot wide. So in this section that you're seeing right through here, it's actually only about 2.5 feet wide. And then if I come over here, let's see if I can get this on camera. Right here marks 4 foot. So from the corner of the track over there to here is 4 foot. And this inside, or I guess it'd be the outside loop, is like I said, sitting about 2.5 feet. And then over here, we're sitting about 5 foot 1 inches there from, track end to track end over there. So I kind of took a little bit from Chris at RBP Trains on how he did his. I know Mike and I kind of talked about that a little bit, of trying to maximize the space that I have for the curves that I'm using.
Jonathan Murray wants to know what radius curves you're using, Trevor.
Yeah, so Jonathan, good question. I'm using 048 on the outside and 036 on the inside. And there's actually some 084 mixed in actually back over by the Greyhound bus station. I've actually got some 084 in there too, just to try to help get that reversing loop in there.
So what do you typically model, Trevor? Like modern, steam, or what's your go-to?
So I want to say it's going to be more modern, but my big thing is I really enjoy like 1940s to like 1990s, like the diesel transition, like all the older diesels from like the 40s all the way up to the 90s is my specialty. But I mean, you guys see that Jiva running in the background, the ES44AC. That's obviously a lot newer. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to limit myself to just diesel. That's old. I'll do some new, but I'd also like to get a few steam engines as well. I kind of have a soft spot for like the A5 switchers and stuff like that. That's definitely something that's on my radar.
Will Zoscale said a Lion Master Big Boy would look good on that layout.
I would definitely agree. I don't know if my wallet would agree with that, but I definitely would agree on that engine looking sweet over here.
Angler, maybe that's why I can't find them. I've been searching, like, I don't want to like sit here and keep searching, but I've been searching trying to find his channel. I know I follow him, but I can't find his channel for some reason, which is irritating, but I want to post it on the chat.
I wonder if it's because I don't have any content like what Angler's saying, because I haven't
Yeah,
actually posted anything on there.
his IG name is the same thing.
Hey, there's Butch Basham 8143. Thanks, Butch.
You posted stuff on Instagram, haven't you, Trevor?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I just posted a story the other day. I try to get on a couple times a week. I try to repost a lot of people's stuff. I don't really put too much content out, but yeah, I definitely try to be active on there and respond to people and try to support everybody else's channels.
Let me send his channel to my wife, and then it should come up on my computer here on Instagram, and I should be able to hopefully copy and paste it.
Nathan, it should be all one word. There should be no spaces or underscores. It should just be all lowercase. I believe I'm already following you too.
Here, hold on, guys. I think I got his link for Instagram. Let me know if that works. That should be his Instagram link.
Yep, that's it. Thanks, Mike.
We got something to work.
Yeah. I know one thing, man. I really wish I could get myself set up with an AIU for all these fast track switches. Because my current situation, I'm actually sitting here running a switch so that I can alternate these two engines between the two lines. So I'm kind of landlocked next to a switch.
You don't have do you have a cab 2 or a cab 3? Because you could do that
No.
from that also. No.
No, and that's the other thing. It stinks. I'm still waiting to get my TMCC set up. I still have, a cab 1 base 1 that I picked up for a really good price off a guy, and I haven't even hooked it up yet. Matter of fact, you can see all my extra track and stuff still sitting here. But yeah, I've got a cab 1 base 1 that I'm going to piggyback off my WTIU that's over there in the corner.
No, I don't know if this is. Will the cab 1 do switches and stuff or no?
I'm told that it does. I don't have enough knowledge to know, what will and won't work, but I do know that I can make an AIU with a WTIU work with the flying out fast track switches, but I might need some help from some people to try to figure out how to do it, but I know it's doable.
Yeah, I had somebody ask me the other day about that. I can't remember who. It might have been Travis, but he was asking me if I run my Lionel stuff through my MTH, and I was like, no, I keep the two separate. So I don't mess with that and
Yeah.
cross reference them. Pop Pop's train room, what's going on? I feel like I mean I had never messed with that, but I know people do it. I just really don't know how to do it. So
Yeah. Well, I've definitely found some interesting quirks out with the WTIU, that's for sure.
one nice thing with the WTIU and plus the old TIU is that you can run conventional stuff with it, which is pretty cool from a remote.
So it's funny you bring that up. I was actually trying to figure that out yesterday. I have a really nice Protosound 1 SP45 that's an MTH Premier, and I'm guessing that I have to run it with you have to run an in and an out channel to make that work, I'm assuming.
Salty knows more about this than I do because he was messing with this recently. Yeah, you got to run your power into your WTIU and out. Do you do
Okay.
that now or no?
I probably could if I'd scrounged some wiring, but that's the thing. Like, I don't know if you can see in the back of my Z4000, I just have power going to the track. And then over on my WTIU, I just have fixed output 1. I think you and I talked, that's just the passive mode.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I need to get another set of wires and run that for variable 1 input. And then I think I should be able to run it. But
Yeah, you're right. So you need to run the power into the WTIU and out of the WTIU, and then you can run PS1 engines. That's correct.
yeah. So let me ask you this. So since I just have this one line going for, fixed output 1 from the WTIU, I would just be able to piggyback another set of wires on the same piece of track that just goes to, fixed 1 in then.
I mean, technically, you should run your wires like right out of your transformer into the WT or the TIU, and then out of the TIU to your track.
Right. Because I could definitely do that. I mean, I definitely have room to put in the back of the Z4000 for the input.
Then yeah, if you do that, then you can definitely do conventional control from your remote.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of, I've only been into this for a couple years now, like 3 years tops. And the thing that stinks for me is almost everything I have is conventional, and I'm trying to get to the Protosound 3 stuff, some Protosound 2 stuff, but pretty much everything I have is all set up for running conventional. And I'm kind of stuck with some of these engines until I can sell them off, get money for newer ones. So I was like, well, it would be nice to figure out how to run them off the WTIU for conventional since I still have them.
What's up, Sam? How are you? Yeah, I did the same thing. I mean, a lot of us do the same thing. We buy stuff when you first get into the hobby. Then once you get into the hobby, then it's stuff that you don't really want anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm definitely finding that out for sure. See if I can get you guys in a slightly different angle.
What's up, Big Rich? Jeff, honestly, the Cab 3, like a Cab 2 is so easy to set up. All you do is hook a wire to the outer rail and you're good to go. John, what's going on? Cab 2 is like, Cab 2, Cab 3, Cab 1 is so simple to hook up, it's not even funny. Like, it really is. It's like extremely simple to hook up. And it just works. I mean, people always say stuff about TMCC, or not TMCC, DCS not working properly, but fortunately for me, I never really had any issues with it, but I know some people do have issues.
Yeah, I think my ultimate goal is at some point it might be nice to add a cab 3 with the base 3 so that I can run legacy engines. But I'm also told from a lot of people, and I think you were one of them, Mike, that was telling me that you could run that cab 1 base 1 and get not every feature, but you would get a lot of features unlocked on a legacy engine with the cab 1 base 1, I think.
Yeah, you can do a lot. You can do a lot of stuff with Cab One. A lot more than what people think you can do with Cab One, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to do what Darren Grant said. I'm definitely going to buy that cable plug that goes from the WTIU to the TMCC. I definitely would like to utilize that for sure.
Yeah, John, it's crazy how easy Cab One or Two or Three is. Like it's so simple that you like read the directions and think it's too easy because it is easy. I mean, John, if you have like a TIU or a WTIU, you can always run your stuff on your remote, like we're talking about. Yeah, Salty figured out Legacy. I think Legacy's simple. That's just me, but if you can run DCS, you should be able to run Legacy easily.
That's what I'm hearing. Everybody said that base 3 cab 3 is way easier to use than the WTIU or a TIU.
Even like what John's saying right here, Trevor, if you just look at TMCC, like Cab 1 that you have up, unless you have like vision line stuff or like state of the art new stuff, you'll be able to do almost everything with that thing that you can with the Legacy remote, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. That would
Big
save
Rich
me
said
some
he
money.
overslept. It will. Like it, all you gotta do, like I said, to hook that thing up. I don't know if you have any Legacy stuff yet or TMCC stuff, but all you gotta do is hook that, put that base up to your outer rail, and you're good to go. That's it. That's all it
Yeah.
is. It's simple.
Yeah, it's why I'm kind of holding back. Honestly, these two Protosound 3 engines you're seeing here, that's basically the two newest, nicest engines I got. For those of you that don't know, this main Central RS11 coming up is actually my big York score that I got for my first time ever going to York. As a Protosound 3 Premier, I got a good price on it. Guy was selling it out of a collection for a friend of his that passed away. And, we were literally, I think the York show on Saturday was like ready to close down within, I don't know, an hour or less. And I had gone through all the halls and had, never been there. So I was pretty overwhelmed with where everything was. And of course, I never wrote anything down of like what I was interested in, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, man, there was this guy that was selling a few MTH Premier engines at a good price. And I think we ended up, it was the blue or the silver hall. We ended up running back and I like power, ran through the whole thing, like scouting for this guy, found him. And he ended up making me a better deal because, it was one less thing that he had to pack up. So that worked out good for me.
Yeah, I've actually never been to York on Saturday before, so I've always gone Thursday and Friday. I've never been there Saturday.
It was pretty good. I'm sure I missed out on a lot of deals. I'm sure all of the really good deals were probably snatched up, but then again, maybe they weren't. B&O, him and I actually talked back and forth after York. This gate crossing that's sitting right here, he actually had looked at the same exact one from the same lady, which was kind of funny. And it was the same thing. It was at the end of the day on Saturday, and it was missing the track pieces. I think you and I, Mike, we went through and troubleshooted what it took to get that gate crossing up and going. And like I said, the lady cut me a pretty good price because I told her it was missing some pieces, which was just two pieces of track that I just had to make an isolated rail on. And then it's been working perfectly fine. As you see here, I just have the volume turned off, but it should, when this next train comes through, it should work just fine.
Yeah, we were definitely troubleshooting that thing. I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely something that I wasn't very familiar with how that was set up, but now that you and I figured that out, I mean, you can see here it's working great. I've actually helped several people on Facebook groups troubleshoot the same thing or buy one used being in the same situation. So that was kind of cool because now you and I figured something out and I'm able to help somebody out if they're in the same situation, which is cool.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. I mean, I always try to help people out if I can. Just because, like, if I done something for sure, like if I done something, I figured out what the hell I was doing. It's always good to pass it on to instead of having someone sit there and struggle with it.
That's honestly what makes this hobby so enjoyable for me is I've met a lot of good people like you, Mike, on here, and I'm sure I'll meet some of these other guys hopefully in the future at shows or big events. But everybody in here has been like real accommodating to someone that's new. They're not putting people down. Everybody in here is friendly. Everybody has good things to say and supporting everybody. And that makes it really nice for someone who's just getting into this because to me, this hobby seems, somewhat advanced as far as how a lot of the stuff is done if you want it done right. And it's been kind of overwhelming. Me and Flyer Mike have chatted on Instagram several times about, you know, I feel overwhelmed, and he's like, dude, just enjoy the journey.
Yeah, I mean, it can get overwhelming, but I actually, when I first started out, I used OGR a lot until I got banned. Now I'm banned on OGR, so I don't use it at all anymore. Um, but I mean, there are some good people on there that help each other out, and I mean, now that my YouTube and my Instagram's gotten a little bit bigger, I mean, anything that I've went through, I definitely would try to help somebody out and help them out instead of let them sit there and struggle.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, for all you guys in here who, helped out on Instagram or, even tonight on the live stream, like, I really do appreciate, everything everyone has to say. And, I'm very thankful for the opportunity to be in here tonight and just kind of show off a little bit of my progress. I think it'll be cool, hopefully someday to actually come back on here and have a legit table that's set up and ready to run. And it'll be cool to see the transition. Then we can all laugh about how I had taken over my literally entire master bedroom for a floor train layout.
Hey, your girlfriend's more accommodating than my wife because I don't think Lauren would let me put my our main bedroom as a train layout. So
Yeah.
there ain't no
Yeah, I
way.
definitely feel like I got lucky there.
Yeah, Tyler. I mean, a lot of people in the community. I think most of the people in the community are definitely helpful. John wants to know how I got banned on OGR. Well, I got banned on OGR because I posted something for sale, pretty much, and I wasn't a paying member, so I got banned. That's why I got banned, which is dumb as hell in my opinion. But the guy told me, I reached out to him, and he really couldn't give me a good reason on why I got banned. So, Newt, thank you. How many ads have you gotten, Newt? John. Yeah, Rich, you're very lucky too. Yours is being in the dining room. My wife would. I mean, I did have a loop set up in my dining room for a test track for a long time, and Lauren, for her being the way she is, she put up with it for a while, but eventually she's like, "Yeah, you got to get this thing taken out."
Thanks, Dave, and I really appreciate that, buddy. Like I said, it's been a pleasure to be in here with you guys.
Yeah, John. I mean, like I said, I got banned for posting a train for sale and not being a paying member. News said all we do is give them headaches. No, John, it's a pretty lame ass story, but that's why I got banned. Pop's Train said he had 2 layouts in his living room.
That'd have been cool.
What's up, Sleeves? Yeah, that's not the coolest story, but that's why I got banned. Oh, Max wants to come join. You in, buddy? There you go, Newt. John said get YouTube Premium, no ads. Yeah, Darren, pretty much I got banned for not being a paying member and posting something in the for sale section. That's why I got banned. That's kind of what kind of pissed me off because I mean I could see if I did something wrong and I got banned, but didn't do nothing wrong and still got banned. So Rich.
That's funny, Newt. Well, luckily for me, I think I'm far enough away that it's going to take them a while to bite me, I think.
Exactly, Jeff. That's why, like I said, I got banned for no reason at all, and I honestly haven't even been back on there since. I got pissed. I was like, all right, I'm done. Thanks, Pops. Like I said, those are K line, so I actually set up my I don't know what the hell you want to call it, my little projector for some nighttime running. We could see what that looks like. So you haven't posted anything on YouTube yet, Trevor? Just on Instagram.
What's that?
You haven't posted anything on YouTube yet, just on Instagram?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I actually, be quite honest with you, I really only got the YouTube initially just so I could get in here in these live streams, and I haven't actually sat down and like figured out how to actually upload stuff and kind of create content and put it on YouTube for you guys.
All right, Angler, have a good night.
Have a good one, Angler. Thanks for stopping.
I mean, the only thing I can really do, Newt, is I can put it on, like I said, my ads are set to automatic and medium. I could technically drop it down to like automatic and low, but Sam, I guess you could say that. Yeah, Pops, those are K lines. I know Lionel did them same cars though, so I mean, you can find the Lionel ones. I mean, like I said this before, like the coolest thing I think about the hobby is, like you said, everybody like communicating with each other and talking back and forth and getting help from each other. And then I had a few people reach out to me, like Travis reached out to me and kind of copied his layout off of mine and took some notes from what I did, and I thought that was pretty damn cool, like in my opinion. But like anything that I've done to help anybody else, like I think that's awesome. I think Mike's American Flyers heading out. Thanks, Mike. Have a good weekend.
See
Have
you, Flyer
fun.
Mike. Be safe, buddy.
Newt said he got banned from OGR for being too handsome.
That's borderline a compliment.
That engine house puts off some serious light. You got any good plans for the 4th, Trevor?
What's that? What was that, Mike?
Do you have any plans for the 4th of July this weekend?
Oh, yeah. So my girlfriend has a bunch of family coming into town this weekend. So they live about a half hour, 40 minutes north of us. So we'll be up there probably most of this weekend, starting later tomorrow. And so we'll probably be up there hanging out with them all weekend while they're in town. What about you guys?
My buddy has like a big 4th of July party up at his place and gets a bunch of fireworks and stuff. So that's where we're heading.
Heck yeah. I just hope the weather holds out. Everything for up here is calling for like a good chance of rain.
Yeah, there's a chance of thunderstorms too. I mean, they could be just because of the heat. Hopefully that's all it is, and hopefully it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always unpredictable. I mean, we get a lot of our storms off of Lake Erie and stuff, so there's always a higher chance of rain, it seems like, up where I'm at versus where you guys are down below Pittsburgh.
As Sam said, is Butch your buddy, Trevor? I'm guessing. Or no?
Oh, is it Butch Basham?
Yeah.
Yeah, he works with me. He was going to
Okay.
come in here to mess with me, he said.
He said his goal was to get booted from the live chat.
Yeah.
They're making fun of you.
Yep.
Sam said Newt clearly got banned for lying. That's funny.
Well, Butch, I appreciate you.
John knows what we're talking about here. The Keystones. All right, Dathan, have a good night. Have fun tomorrow. Can't wait to see the videos you got.
See you, Dathan. Have a good 4th, buddy.
Dathan. No, I don't think anybody's going to be doing that, Dathan. Hopefully not. Doesn't sound too pleasant. One of my smoke units is extremely noisy right now.
That on your Lionel Legacies?
Yeah, both of them are Lionel Legacy, but one of them's loud as hell right now.
I turned both of mine off for the live stream because I wasn't sure if I was going to smoke myself out in the stream. This MTHG Evolution, it's a hybrid. Kind of funny story, that's who I work for now, Wabtec, but formerly GE Transportation, so I'm pretty familiar with that engine. It actually has like a hybrid, like a car, like part battery, part diesel. And it's kind of funny because that particular engine for me smokes like crazy here. and it definitely shouldn't be doing that in real life. But this particular MTH engine, it just smokes like crazy. Kind of funny.
All right, John, have a good night. Yeah, I mean, a lot. I feel like a lot of the diesels smoke way more than what they actually do in real life. But like you said, I mean, especially if it's an MTH, because MTH engines smoke pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be curious to see. Like I said, I definitely have some plans to get some Lionel engines too, but I definitely am curious to see how like a Lionel steam versus an MTH steam is. I've seen several guys on the stream, and it seems like it all depends, on the smoking of that particular locomotive, how good it's going to do.
All right, Jeff Sosko, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Be careful this weekend. Big Rich wants to know what the date is for the Lionel catalog. I think it's like the second or third week of July. So I don't think it's that far away. Sully said they all smoke like Alcos.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about Greensburg, Newt, which is like 2 minutes from my house. Which I don't know why he'd be going to Greensburg, because he kind of lives towards Pittsburgh, but Bill, I did not watch that. Is that a big engine shed there you got there, Trevor?
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually the Lionel back shop sitting there. I feel like it's probably going to be a pretty daunting task. I don't know if you've seen anybody running one of these, but it's got a lot of features to it, and I'm kind of excited about it. But like I'm not sure. Let's see if I can get any of this to pick up on camera here. Um, like the whole top's removable. It's all tin plate, and it's got like an actual shop in here. And I've got to go through and do the wiring and the lights, and it's got an office back here. And this chimney apparently does smoke. I have to figure out how to work that. So that was kind of like one of the feature pieces that I kind of made a spot on the layout specifically for it. And then the top has some crazy amount of wiring up here, and it actually has electronic roll-up garage doors, which I thought was super cool. So we'll see how that ends up turning out.
Yeah, somebody was selling one of those at the Fort Pitt show, I think in the fall time, last fall, and it was a pretty damn cool thing. I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
The
Radar,
problem
have a
is
good weekend.
I can't find any information online on like how to set it up. Like I got it without a box, without a manual. So like I really can't find anything out there. There's some stuff on the OGR forums I tried to read up on. Apparently they have potential faulty boards and stuff like that. But either way, I mean, if it ends up not everything working on it, no big deal. Like I can obviously wire lights in if lights aren't working, but I'll be tickled pink if that smoke unit works inside that chimney, and if those machines that are on that left-hand side, if they actually like work and make sound, I'll be pretty tickled on that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, honestly.
Yeah, like I said, I tried to actually pick a dedicated spot. I know it's such a huge piece to sit on the layout, but I think it's really cool. And the nice thing is I can actually store engines inside of it, and then I'm going to kind of make it almost kind of like a tribute to my actual work. I actually found one of those Miller Engineering General Electric signs that lights up, and I'm going to plan on attaching it to the roof somehow. And I can almost kind of say it's almost like my work, although we don't actually get the locomotives in. We just have just strictly the engines, but close enough for jazz, if you will.
No, that's awesome. So you actually work on the engines then?
Yes. Yep. So I do what's called the FDL engines. They're 16 cylinder, but that Gevo in the background that I have, the hybrid, that's the other style engine that we build. They're 12 cylinders.
Now, do you make it like from the ground up, or do you like build the engines, or what do you do?
Yeah. So I'm actually in the UX engine shop. So I'm in what they call the assembly hall. I help install for those of you guys that are familiar with actual locomotive engines. I build and install power assemblies that go on basically the top end of the engine is actually the parts that I install, and they're all like basically like refurbished engines. Like you would send in your car engine to us basically, but in train engine form, and we would tear it apart and requalify and inspect everything and clean it up and then put whatever's used that's still good back in it, and then whatever's new, we'll have new parts. So there's a mix of used and new in my engines, and then they'll go back out to the field, or if a customer's building an engine like from a short line or something, we'd ship it out to them, and then they would put it back in their locomotive. Otherwise, all of our engines get shipped to Erie or Fort Worth, Texas, where they get put in an actual locomotive, like the one I got coming down the track.
That's awesome that you do that.
Yeah, it's all right. It pays the bills.
Exactly. I almost flipped my chair over.
That's funny. I
That'll
think
be
that
great.
has a lot to do with why I'm so interested in doing this. Is because I'm interested in the real stuff because I work on. It's like a lot of people, you work on something, you don't want to see it day in and day out. But for some reason, my fascination with trains has been basically my whole life. It's been something I've always been interested in. And, I started like everybody pretty much with a Christmas layout. And, here we are today. So,
Yeah, I mean, I started as my first starter sets. Santa Claus brought it to me when I was little, but my brother and I ran the shit out of that thing. And then
oh, yeah.
the first set that I bought it like as an adult, I would say as an older an adult would be um, the Polar Express, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, those are
Which it
pretty
wasn't even a
iconic
scale
sets.
Polar Express, but it was the Polar Express, which was cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had, I believe mine was a Chesapeake and Ohio set, actually. Chesapeake John, I don't know if he's still in here, but I'm pretty sure my first set was a Chesapeake and Ohio set. It was a steam engine. To be honest, I don't exactly remember, what model it was, but I can remember running the crap out of that thing around the Christmas tree and scaring our cat with it. I had the whistle shed, if you remember the whistle sheds.
It's funny you say that because my first set was actually a C&O set also. It was
Oh,
like a
that's
C&O
funny.
starter set.
Yep. We very well may have had the same exact set. And then my adult set, it's actually funny. It's actually here. Let's see if I can bring it up for you. Like I said, about 3 years ago, I decided I was going to get into this for possibly more than just a Christmas layout. And I bought a Western Pacific Feather River conventional set from 1992, which was the same year I was born. So it's kind of sentimental for me to get a set from when I was born, and the set's actually in like pretty good shape. Matter of fact, some of the cars were still new in the wrapper when I had gotten it. I don't even think that the set was really ever ran much, if at all.
Bob's Trains is out. Have a good 4th also.
See you, Pops. You as well, buddy.
I still have my first set actually. It's under my layout.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
That'd
It's like
be
a
actually pretty cool.
the engine's. I would say it's kind of like a Hudson maybe.
Yeah,
It's like
that's.
a 4.42, I think.
I'm pretty sure, Mike, you and I had the same setup.
It had a Chessie blue boxcar, a
Yep,
red Burlington flat car,
yep,
and then a yellow Chessie caboose.
yep. That's definitely the set. Did yours come with like a red semi truck with like a stake bed trailer and everything?
Yep, I still have the entire set. Yep, that's
Yep,
that's the same set I have. Yep,
yep. You and I
that's
literally
awesome.
had the same set. That's funny.
Tattoo Mike, what's going on, buddy? I still have mine. That's hilarious that you have that set.
Yeah, it kind of stinks. Like I said, I wish I could run some more of this stuff for you guys, but this is kind of the setup. There's the Polar Express set we talked about. And I got the Western Pacific sitting here, and there's that Premier SD45 Protosound 1. And like I said, I was wanting to try to run that tonight because it runs really good, but I obviously didn't get the conventional setup. And then down here, my girlfriend's house that she had was abandoned for 7 or 8 years. I found this really old, I believe this is like 1950s uh, GE 44 ton, the Lehigh Valley. But unfortunately, as you can kind of see, it's got the past zinc rot, whatever you want to call it. It's been neglected and left in a basement. Ironically, it'll turn on and I can hear the E unit buzzing, but the motor's pretty well locked up in it. And I'm not sure that I'm going to rehab it just for the simple fact that it's got the zinc pest and it's seen better days. But I may still put it on the layout as a tribute or something, for it sticking it out all those years.
Tattoo Mike, how was the big boy today? Or past couple days? I think you were checking out the big boy. Big Rich said his first train you can actually sit on it, and he still has it. Rich, what the hell kind of train did you have? Trevor, do you have anything on pre-order right now, or no?
What's that, buddy?
Do you have anything on pre-order?
No, unfortunately not right now. I have a couple things on my bucket list, but nothing pre-ordered at the moment. What about you?
I have a RS3 from
There you
MTH,
go.
and I have that nuclear Louisville and Nashville passenger car.
Oh, that'll be sweet. You'll have to let me know how that RS3 is. I'm assuming you're going after the one that has the new tooling with it.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, I'm extremely interested in that. I'm kind of waiting to see what people think of them when they come out before I jump on something like that, but that's definitely something I'm interested in for sure.
I have an RS1, so I thought it'd be a pretty awesome lash up. So that's why
Oh
I
yeah.
figured it'd be a good one to get.
What road name did you get?
Pennsylvania Railroad.
I figured, but I was like, well, you never know. You're kind of like me. You'll do East Coast stuff too.
Yeah, I'm starting to expand out of the PRR, but I still mainly stay in the PRR.
Yeah.
Plus, I have, like I said, I have the RS1, which is PRR, so I thought it'd be a good one to get for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly highly debated going that route as well initially, obviously, since we're both Pennsylvania guys, but I don't know, just there's something about like there's so many, bright and lively, paint schemes out there for some of these road names and stuff that I just can't help myself but want to get some different variety of, road names and kind of get some color on the layout,
Oh, there's definitely nothing wrong with it. I mean, the main reason why I don't do it is because just to save money, honestly.
Yeah.
Gus, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Darren said his first train was an HO, ran it until the rubber drive band broke.
There, I figured I'd turn on some smoke units now.
I actually just turned mine off.
Yeah. I figured I'm getting towards the end of the stream, so I was like, now that I had them completely filled before I started, like I said, I debated, running or not running the smoke units. And I thought, well, for the majority of my time in here, I'll just leave them off. But I'm like, I kind of want to see them running now.
That Erie, the Camelback, it's a good smoker, but it like spits all over it. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's a spitter.
Those Camelbacks are sweet.
Yeah, like I said, that's actually Lauren's engine. So
You should run it, or Lauren should run it. Maybe you should have an edition of Lauren running trains.
you guys, you're lucky I even got her to come on and do that. Video she did of the layout or scenery update, because I tried to get her to do the intro video, like I said, and she was like, "Nah, I'm not doing it."
I was proud of her for getting on and doing the scenery video. I mean, that definitely gave my girlfriend some motivation to, do stuff like that, because she was like, "Oh, that's cool." She's like, "Yeah, Lauren, good for her. She's stepping on there and getting out of her comfort zone and not just a behind the scenes person."
We're actually, I mean, I'm gonna drop us in here right now. Well, we have 36 people in here right now, but the next video, I had a lot of people reach out to me and say that they wanted to know how she did the lake scene, and unfortunately, she did not do any video of that. So what she's planning on doing is she's gonna do like a lake scene in like a I don't know how you want to explain how I can explain this, but like kind of like a just like a tray you can buy. So she's gonna buy a tray. She's gonna do the lake scene in the tray, and then we're gonna give it away. So
Oh, that's cool.
one
I
of
like
you,
that
one of you
idea.
guys will be lucky, and you can hopefully win it, and then incorporate it onto your layout, which would be awesome. But
Yeah, that's way cool, man. I like that idea. That's awesome.
yeah, we're definitely planning on doing the video on how to do the lake scene and how to do all the water and all that, and then, like I said, we're gonna give it away. So it'll be, I think that'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's way cool, man. There you go, Big Rich. I got the smoke, man. I don't know if you can see that Jibo coming through, but it's definitely
Now you
putting
can
it
see
down.
Max. Dawn, that jersey on the wall is actually a Jack Daniels jersey. So, like I said before, I collect a lot of Jack Daniels stuff, so that's a jersey. But dude, I don't blame you. I would like Lauren more than me too, but yeah, LMP like a diorama. So yeah, we're gonna do a diorama. She's gonna deck it all out, do it all, and we're gonna give it away. So I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's way cool, man.
Rich is trying to get my sea liner. That sea liner, you're gonna see it here in a second. That thing is awesome. I want the other one to go with it since I only have the one unit. But then we got Thomas right there on the shelf. He's in line. So yeah, I don't know what video it's gonna be coming up here shortly, but we're definitely gonna have a diorama and we're gonna give it away of a lake scene. And they're actually really easy to incorporate into your layout because the lake over on my one side of my layout over there, that's actually what we did. A guy was selling it at Greenberg, and we bought it, and Lauren like molded into the layout over there. And you can't even tell that it's like it is what it is. But
I think the lake's definitely cool. I think it adds a lot of depth to a layout.
well, the lake on like the upper loop, she did that one. Now the one on my lower loop, which I mean, I do videos of it, but it's like you'll see it occasionally, trains passing by on the lower level. But that one I did buy. It was like a diorama, and Lauren just sculpted it into the layout. But it turned out really nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we're gonna get a video out there on how to do a lake and then give it away, which will be cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that'll definitely be way cool. There you go. Look at that Jibo. It's really pumping it out now.
And that's the MTH one, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and that's actually just the Rail King version. It's not even a Premier. Newt's already claiming that lake is his, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Newt's already claiming the lake.
You might as well just plan on Lauren making it a special Newt edition.
So are you running? You're running both of your trains on the same like kind of like configuration, right? So they're on the same.
Yes.
You said you're switching the switch to make them run different spots.
Yeah. So I'll actually show you, give you a little behind the scenes, if you will. So I've got the switch sitting right here. And then all I'm doing to alternate the loops is just changing that switch, because that's where the split is, the 048 on the outside and the 036 on the inside. So when this GE comes through here in just a minute, I'll swap it to the inside loop here in just a second. I tried to make it like having two dedicated lines that, could intersect with a switch but not ever be on the same main line. But like I said, the way that I made it work with the reversing loop on the other side, there just literally was nowhere for me for the space that I had to keep them separate, unfortunately. But yeah, that's actually where the changeover is right there in that switch. And
So
I could do
you've
it
been
the
doing
other
that the
way
whole.
too.
You've been doing that the entire time we've been on the live.
Yeah, I've just been flicking that switch back and forth as an engine goes through to alternate them on the loops.
Lauren saying you guys like her better for videos than me. See, Rich, what are you trying to? What's Rich trying to trade? Here's where Newt's planning to see the big boy at. Newt's asking if you're joining them, Rich. You flying out?
What's that?
Newt's asking if Rich is going to fly out to join them.
Oh, he should.
Oh, Lionel, Richard said he got to go to work. He said he had enough yesterday. Rich is trying to trade my sea liner. Rich, I'm not trading that sea liner. Not for that. I can't. Oh, he's saying not Cali Rich. He's talking about Lionel Richie Rich. Gus, Big Boy will be in Pittsburgh next weekend. Next Saturday, I believe. Trevor, are you trying to go see that at all? Or are you going to make any attempt at seeing the Big Boy?
Yeah, so I'm actually been talking about going over to Warren, Ohio to see it. That's actually going to be a lot closer for me, and I feel like it might be a little less congested compared to some of the other places. What about you? Are you guys going to try to make it?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to see it.
Pretty much,
Like,
you're probably might be one of the only opportunities we ever get.
yeah, for sure. And like I said, I mean, the tracks are literally like right over the hill from my house, so I just don't
Even
know
better.
where exactly. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go see it yet, but I'm definitely going to see it.
Yeah, everyone's talking about trying to find all these off the wall spots, and I just don't know the area well enough to know, where all these hidden spots are that, I'm just going to pretty much show up to probably a main area where a lot of people are at and just check it out. I think there's a couple events actually that are happening. I think there's like a railroad museum or a train shop or something local for there that is putting on some sort of event there. So we'll probably just hang out and check that out as well. But it's definitely on my list of something that I want to see and do.
Yeah, Gus, it's right over the hill from my house. It's coming right by here, and Trevor was saying, there's a bunch of like community things going on. So like food trucks and bands and all kinds of stuff. So like all around the area here.
Yeah, I definitely think
News
it's a good thing that they're putting on.
News said road trip to Mads July 11th. I'm excited to see it. Like, I mean, I could go up to because it will be in Altoona. I think on Friday, Thursday and Friday. But I feel like that's gonna be crazy up there. So I don't know if I'm gonna go up there.
Yeah, we initially talked about Altoona because, I mean, how iconic for it to go through the horseshoe curve. But man, everybody and their brother is going to be there. And pretty much the game commission and local authorities have already said, no trespassing and no going in all these hidden spots because they're going to be finding people left and right.
There you go, Rich. Darren got the TV card and said it works great. Big Rich wants to know if everybody is doing a 4th of July video. Short. I'm actually planning on doing a full video, Rich, so I got to work on that tomorrow morning. You'll see some of the stuff from this video, from the live, but up close and obviously a little bit better camera angle. So I'm planning on doing that tomorrow morning and getting it uploaded. Maybe for the 4th, if not for the 4th, maybe on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that.
Heck yeah.
Richie said it's 100% worth it. Yeah, I mean, like everybody, like Trevor said, I mean, this is probably the only time we're ever going to see that out this way. So I definitely want to see it. I highly doubt we'll see it out here again. And maybe we will, but
If it
I think
is,
it's
it's not going to be
unlikely.
for a while.
Yeah. Dell said, make sure you are near a crossing or you won't hear the whistle. Dell, we honestly don't have. I can honestly say we don't have many crossings on actual streets here. Now that I think about that, like most of the traffic comes through here is like out of the way. I don't think it's either over roads or under roads. It's not like it's. I can't honestly think of a spot where it would go over like a railroad crossing.
I know they say that a lot of drones got taken out by the big boy. That's for sure.
Yeah, my buddy has like he uses it for weddings. He has like a really good drone. I'd like him to bring it down and fly it for it, but I don't know if he will or not.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet if you could.
That's why I asked him. I'm like, how? Because I think his will fly like a couple miles away. And I was like, how? Have you ever tested that? And he said no. I'm like, I'm gonna pitch the idea to him because it's the party I'm going to this weekend. It's his, and I'm like, hey, how about you bring your drone down and get some footage of that,
Yeah, I'd definitely bring it up.
and then give me the footage so I can post it.
Yeah.
So how close are you to starting to actually start putting wood down in your basement?
Realistically, we're probably still about a month away. My biggest thing is I pretty much only got time to do stuff on the weekends, and it all depends. Like, we're right in the middle of riding season for side by sides right now. So, like, a lot of my weekends, like, we've rode the past couple weekends in a row. So, like, it all depends what kind of time I have left. But uh, my glass block windows are in. I just need to go and kind of touch up around where we mortared, and I do some little, stuff like I gotta caulk around the windows and stuff, and then the drop ceiling. We're finally to the point where all we have left to do is basically put some final finish trim, and then it's ready for paint. And then, like I said, I'm going to touch up my walls in some spots, like where we got some mortar and stuff on it, and then paint the floors, and we're ready. Like I said, I'm giving myself like another month or so, but I mean, if I would really get at it, we could probably be laying wood down by the end of this month if I really pushed myself to try to get it done.
Yeah, that's what the train season for us up here, because we don't get much nice weather, kind of like slows down a little bit. So I can understand why but we don't get much nice weather, so we gotta enjoy the weather when we get it.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much where I'm at. Like I said, I keep giving myself like a deadline to like start the table by September because that's, as you know, that's pretty much whenever you're starting to hit the downfall. And, by October, the weather starts to really turn here. And that's when I'm really hoping that the table will be up and then I can really get motivated to go down there and actually start working on it. Because one of my biggest things that I'm afraid of for this whole situation is the wiring, like getting it set up. Like everybody says to wire up all this fast track and stuff like that. I'm just like, right now I have literally one feeder wire going to this entire setup, and then the one setup for the WTIU. And everybody and their brother says you need to pretty much wire up all the pieces.
I mean, my layout isn't. I didn't connect everything together. I mean, I know some people do that, but I didn't do that. I probably have 4 drops per loop approximately, and then obviously like all my sidings and stuff that I have stuff parked in, I have a switch so I can turn those off. But um, any questions, dude, just reach out to me. I can definitely help you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I should probably be all right on the track. One of my probably I wouldn't say biggest concerns, but a bigger concern of mine is like all the fine wiring stuff, like getting all the buildings set up. Like obviously you can see in the video, I've got quite a few Menards buildings, so those are pretty easy to take care of. But uh, like that Lionel back shop, I'm slightly worried about. Um, and then like that uh smoke fluid loader, like I definitely need to figure out, how I'm going to set that up. Like, because obviously I have to run the TMCC for that. That's actually why I got the TMCC with the base one, cab one setup, is because that was the only way that I could find online how people were making that smoke fluid loader work. Because I plan to actually use it and use it to load smoke fluid into engines. So I have to use the rotary dial that's on the cab one remote in order to actually utilize the boom setup. So I'm a little bit worried about how to set that up because I'm not familiar with that at all.
What's up, Chooch? Yeah, I've never messed around with one of those loaders before, so I really don't know how they work, honestly.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. What's up, Chooch?
Dawn is asking, have you given any thought to how high you're going to make your layout?
Good question, Don. So I believe, and Mike, I don't know what yours is, but I think we've settled for 36 inches.
I honestly don't know how much mine is.
Yeah. I have a workbench in the same basement that I use for, general, projects and stuff. And it's 36 inches tall. And that's approximately about what all our workbenches are at my work as well. So I'm pretty comfortable with that height. So I've seen some different things for some other people. And like I said, for me personally, I think 36 inches is going to be great. I know they say like, what is it, like 24, 26 or something like that if you have kids that are pretty young, which I know you have some young kids, Mike, but they don't seem to have any trouble, reaching stuff at your layout, it seems like, in your videos.
My layout is like 36. So
Is it 36?
yep, my main layout is right around 36.
Yeah. Like I
36
said,
and a half.
that's a pretty standard height for, countertops and stuff like that. So
John said he did all the jumpers between the center rail. Like I said, I did not. My track, I feel like I don't know. I never really had issues with my track with connectivity, but a lot of my track was newer when I got it, and I kind of put it together and left it together. I know if you have fast track and you take it apart and put it together, a lot of it has issues with that.
yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to wire up quite a bit of this fast track just for peace of mind because a lot of my fast track is used. Like all or most of this 048 outer is all new fast track. But like a lot of these switches for the most part, like that Y switch sitting here, that's brand new. But like this 036 that's sitting over here and some of these other 036 switches, I bought them off eBay or, it shows like it down at the Monroeville Expo Center, the Greenberg show, and that TCA Fort Pitt show. When I met you, I don't even know if you remember. I think I must have bought I'm pretty sure I bought 4 or 5 switches while we were at the Fort Pitt show.
Yeah, I remember you telling me you got a lot of stuff for that show. So you got a lot of track pieces, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. And like I said, I mean, you saw my little, quote unquote Christmas layout behind. I mean, that's a 4x6 footprint. That's this one that's right behind me. This is actually like a 4x6 for that. And then I still have 6 30-inch straights sitting over there. And there's a full brand new set of 031, enough to make, a full circle that I got from Trains way back when I thought I was going to do an 031 setup for an inner loop. Yeah, like I said, I have a ton of track.
It's kind of how it started out for me. Like I had fast track from starter sets, and then I just kind of expanded from there. That's how I kind of got on the fast track.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually started with 027, the old tubular track, like we had when we were kids. And
Oh yeah.
I had a lot of issues with it coming loose and, just, all the problems that you would expect with 027 track. I pretty much had it. And I can remember I went down to Hobby Express down in Cranberry And I was talking to Harry down there, the owner, and he's like, man, he's like, if you're kind of somewhat wanting to get into this and not spend a whole pile of money, he's like, fast track's the way to go. And looking back on it now, I wish I would have started with fast track because maybe I would have went up to like Gargraves or Atlas track or something. But at the same time, man, like I don't feel like you can beat the price and the modularity of the fast track. It's so easy to work with.
It is. I mean, I don't really have any complaints with fast track. I mean, yeah, the Atlas track out of my upper loop looks a little nicer, but um, the fast track, like, I know a lot of people give it like problems and like talk down on it, but unless you're running your trains extremely fast, which I never do, it's not loud.
Nah.
And like connectivity wise, like I really don't have any connectivity issues with it, but some people do, and I mean, I don't know. I just have not had issues with it, so I really can't complain about it.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Ben. I really appreciate it, man. Work in progress. Hopefully one day it won't be a floor layout, but for today, it's a floor layout. Yeah, you know what else, Mike? And I may have already asked you this before, but I'm not too sure. Did you put down any sort of like homosode or any sort of like insulation underneath your track, or did you just straight up just put the track to the wood?
My fast track is just sitting on like plywood, and I didn't screw any of it down, and that's about it. I didn't do nothing. I didn't screw it down. I didn't put helmet down. Nothing.
Oh, okay. I've always heard mixed opinions on that of people saying like, "Oh, you want to make sure you put insulation down for any track, not even just fast track, but any track for sound, but also for putting in scenery and stuff." But then again, I watch your stuff, and obviously, if you didn't put it down, like you and Lauren did a really nice job of making sure that all your scenery staying put on the layout, the trees and stuff like that. And I just always wonder how people do that without using the homicide stick into the ground.
Well, my trees, if you, it's hard to see, but most of my trees, it's kind of like elevated sections, so that's like foam.
Okay.
So you put the trees into like foam, and if it wasn't foam, all we did was kind of drilled out the wood, and then obviously hot glued it and stuck the tree inside the hot glue. So
Yeah. That's
what's up, Dave
definitely
Strains?
It's definitely one thing I think I want to do is I want to add some sort of mountainside. And I don't know if it'll end up being in this corner back here, because that's one thing that I will say that kind of stinks. The reason that this layout is kind of this shape over here in this corner, you can kind of see where this tape is here, and there's actually a piece back behind the feed mill, is because I have an electrical panel that I need to be able to get access to. And I'm worried about if you're going to see it and how close it's going to be to that like back materials building and stuff. So I've talked about possibly putting a mountainside in that's maybe removable to hide that electrical panel. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to turn out until I see it. The table built first, and then I can see what I'm working with for how tall and how close it's going to get to that panel.
Yeah, like so. I'll show you. Like the trees over, which I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but like the trees over here in this area. Which, you. The trees around my corner there. I mean, you know my layout. So the trees around that corner there, where it's kind of like raised up over there.
Yeah.
That's like foam, and then I think she put plaster cloth over it. Then she just put the trees through the plaster cloth and glued them in. Now that tree, like right in front of this camera right here, that's just right in the wood. So all that is just drilled right in, and then put it right into the wood with glue, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. That actually would probably work out pretty good.
But like I don't know. I don't run my trains fast, so it's like noise isn't a big issue for me. Like I know a lot of people say fast track is loud, but
Yeah. I don't think mine's been all that bad. I don't know. Does your Lionel Legacy, does it also run off the scale miles per hour like the MTH stuff does?
No, no. So
Okay.
Lionel doesn't run off a scale miles per hour. Only MTH does.
Okay.
It runs off of like speed steps.
Okay. Like I'm
So like
running at
you technically
15.
don't know how fast it's going. I think that's one feature that I really enjoy about MTH is the fact that it gives you the scale miles per hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm currently running my trains between 10 and 15 miles an hour. For some reason, that Jibo seems to keep catching up to my RS11. So I keep like trying to slow it down a little bit. And that may just because sometimes maybe I'm not paying attention and I'm not getting the train switched to the other track. And that might be part of my problem too. But yeah, I like that I can get on here and just kind of set a speed, but I don't typically run them any faster than 15 miles an hour. Seems to be a nice sweet spot, and that's what I'm running right at the very moment.
Yeah, so if you're running them like that, like I feel like you'll never really have an issue with sound.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, I've got a laminate floor up here, so it's going to be, pretty similar sound transfer to, a table. And I don't think it's loud here at all.
the only time I really have connectivity issues on my layout is, and I would say it's like a huge connectivity issue, but I'll get like light flickering on older stuff is through switches, which, I mean, I feel like you're going to have that through any switch because you have the power loss when it goes over the certain points.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I've got some stuff like that going on here too. I wasn't going to get too worried about it though until I actually get the layout, officially wired up, and then I'll try to go back through.
Exactly, Ben. Like if you have the trains going highball speed, you can't appreciate the chuffing and like the even just like watching the smoke come out when you have your smoke running and everything. I don't know. I just like running stuff slow. That's just me. But Dawn, I believe so because I think the TIU does. So I don't know why the WTI wouldn't. Does the WTIU keep track of engine hours?
Yes. Yes, it does. Let me see if I can find it.
Chooch is saying loud is good, and Rich says my layout is built for speed. I don't have a WTIU. I have the old TIU, so I really don't know what all the WTIU has.
Yep, right here, Mike. I don't know if this will show up for you guys, but I can actually get in here, and this is for the main central. It's reading 0 miles, but I had them tied off. Okay, right here. My trip for tonight's 21.7 scale miles, and then it'll show the chronometer's been running for 11 hours on that, and then I should be able to do the same thing with the Jivo, but I just went in through the bottom to functions, and then same thing. Like I said, I don't know why it's showing 0 scale miles, but the trip odometer, yeah, see, same thing because I was running them at the same time. But yeah, it's kind of nice you can actually get in there and it'll kind of keep track of that. Like it'll show like track voltage and stuff. Like it's telling me about 1489 and all that stuff. That it's showing the variable voltage on it. So kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome that it tells you all that. I mean, the TIU might tell you all of that, but I barely know how to work a TIU. Like I'm very basic when it comes to TIU. I'm not gonna lie. I am not no expert.
Yeah. Well, it's honestly, there's a lot of stuff on here. That's why I got that tablet because I'm just surprised at how many different features are in here. Someone that's coming from, running, a conventional setup, this is kind of overwhelming to go through all these different setups. Like, I just kind of sit there and play with them sometimes when I'm home bored because I don't even know what half of this stuff does sometimes. So it's pretty cool. But like I said, there's the scale miles per hour and everything. Like it's pretty user intuitive. Like I said, running the tablet was definitely a good move over running my phone. It just seems like it's a lot easier to find what you're looking for, which I kind of like.
I've heard from other people that like MTH's like app works really well. It's like I said, I don't have it. And then like this is what Legacy looks like. I'll show you what Legacy. I mean, since I don't know if you ever seen it. I'm sure you probably have, but so this is all you get with Legacy. It's not as advanced as that, like with miles per hour or nothing, but
Oh,
this is
okay.
what comes up on here.
Yeah.
And then like when you like increase it, see how it says like 31.
Yep.
But that's like speed steps. That's nothing to do with like miles per hour or
Oh,
nothing.
okay. Yeah, they
I think it's pretty
definitely.
awesome that it shows the. I do think I really like that MTH tells you the miles per hour and like the time ran. The only thing I don't really like is like say you had your engine just sitting on the tracks with power, and or not running it. That counts as time too, which kind of
Yeah.
sucks. So if you had it on a siding that's powered and didn't realize it, your engine can get a lot of time on it even though it's not running.
Yeah. I guess I didn't even think about that. I initially had set up a lot of these sidings to be, uh, powered separately, but with the WTIU, I honestly might just leave it full powered, leave it sitting there. I do see what you're saying about like, it's still, saying that it's got hours and stuff on it, but I'm not too overly worried about that.
No, like if you don't care about that and you're not planning on selling stuff, like it's not a big deal. But like say you got to sell it, and someone's like, "Oh, why the hell does this thing have 600 hours on it?"
Right.
And but I mean, does it matter? No, I mean it was just sitting there so they can look at the mileage and say, "Yeah, it has real low mileage." But
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, like I said, I have a lot to consider. It's funny. I feel like I've done a lot of work, but I feel like none of the actual work's been done yet. Like I have so much actual work to do once I go to set the layout up.
now, like me, like all my sidings that I have and like stuff for storage, I have it powered off. So like you can power it off just so it's not. I mean, there's no reason to have power on spots that have engines just sitting on it, in my
Right.
opinion. So it's not that hard to set up something to turn the power off. So that's what I did.
Yeah. Did you just basically use like the little like 1.75 or the 1.375 pieces and just did you just essentially just like put like a toggle switch in there? I think I saw in your layout, and you can just hit that switch, and that essentially just grounds it out.
Yep, that's exactly what I did.
I might look into doing that. I mean, for all that I would have to do, I mean, I've got the two sidings here. There's a third back there. That's three sidings on this side, and then there's only an additional four on the other side. So I only have seven sidings, and I bought all those pieces. And like I said, and I'm not even sure if it can be seen. Probably not, but most of these sidings have those pieces in there. So if I wanted to wire it up that way, I could.
Yeah, it's very simple. I mean, you just put that, or you can even cut your center rail and then you just put a toggle in between the center rail, and you put the power on when you want it on, and you turn it off
Yeah,
when you don't want it on. Which I guess very simple, and it's nice too. I mean, it is convenient. Like I said, like I have. If you look around my layout, I have a ton of stuff just parked sitting there right now on
yeah,
sidings that are not powered because I'm out of room.
yeah. I hope to one day have that problem, man.
It can be a pain in the ass though. I will say that because I mean I am really at like max capacity right now. I need
Oh, I believe it.
I either need more space or but anytime whenever if you ever come out this way, hit me up and you're more than welcome to stop by and check it out if you're out here.
Oh, I definitely will. I definitely am planning on coming back down. I keep I keep wanting to just to say that I did the pilgrimage. I keep wanting to go to Brady's just to say that I went and checked it out.
It's definitely somewhere you should definitely see. I mean, it's massive and the stuff he has a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
And it's not it's from my understanding he has a whole another warehouse. It's just full of trains. Like his store's not even everything he has.
That's
It's
what I heard, which is actually pretty insane because I saw, well, obviously I've seen him at the Greenberg show in Monroeville, and then I saw him again at York, and I actually couldn't get over how much stuff was sitting out even at York. And I know, like you said, that's probably not even a third of what he even has available to sell.
oh, if you go to his store, you're gonna be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I'm sure there's bigger stores, but it's the biggest. I think it's the biggest store I've ever been to, like personally in person and went to a
Yeah.
store.
Yeah, I've heard that from a few different other people before. And like I said, it's definitely on my list. I guess it's not the end of the world, but my biggest complaint is it stinks that it's a 2 hour drive one way for me.
Yeah, I mean it's 2 hours is 2 hours, but
Yeah. It's like I said, it's going to be one of those things where it's just going to have to be a day trip. I'm just going to have to, make a point like on a Saturday or something. Me and my girlfriend, we can find stuff to do down there, find some good places to eat. Like, I'll definitely hit you up. I'll definitely like to stop over and, check out your layout because you said you're like, what, 10 or 15 minutes away from Brady's?
yep, I'm only about 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, if you ever decide to head out this way, just let me know, and if I'm here, you're like I said, more than welcome to stop by and check it out.
Heck yeah. I'd love to, man. Definitely something that I've always wanted to check out ever since I first saw your layout on YouTube. I was like, man, this guy actually took some time and like thought through what he was doing and actually like put the effort in and went the extra mile to like make it, what it is today. And I always thought that was super cool.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
That's funny because like when Salty came here, he was like kind of blown away too. He's like, your layout looks good on camera, which I really appreciate. But he's like, when you see it in person, he said it's awesome to see in person. And I was like really surprised that he said that. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure, for you and Lauren, I'm sure that definitely makes, all the work and all the effort and all the, money that you guys spent on it, sure it makes it feel worth it.
Yeah, it's awesome to hear somebody say that and like to show it. Like it's I have people come see it to like learn into trains, and like I appreciate the comments, but like when you have somebody that's like into the hobby and like really likes it, and then comes and sees it, and they're like, "Wow, this looks really good." It means a little more if it makes any sense. But it's like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
but it's funny
Yeah, I
because like
mean,
most people don't even like my close friends and family know that I have a train layout, but most other people in my life like don't even know that I even have a train layout or a train collection.
oh really?
No, I don't really talk about it much. So
Yeah, I wish I could say the same. It seems like every time I tell someone, the guys at work, if any of them are even still in here, they give me a real hard time about it, about having it. Um, but yeah, it seems like my actual group of friends and my coworkers aren't so much into it, and that's fine. But that's why like meeting guys like you makes it worth it because I actually have someone that's somewhat from my area that I can actually connect with and like share the hobby with because like I said my actual majority of my group of friends and coworkers have zero interest in this hobby and like I said that's fine.
yeah, I mean that's the same for me. It's like I don't know. It sounds dumb, but like my real life friend, I don't have any friends that are into trains, like my good friends that I grew up with. But
Yeah.
like you said, like making the, I wasn't, I'm not keen on social media. It sounds dumb, but like I never really wanted to start social media, and I had a Facebook page like way before this when I was like, and then I started following. I don't even remember who I followed first on Instagram a long time ago, but I started like following people that are in the train community on my like regular like my page that I had, and I was like, maybe I'll make a page, and I made a page, and I'm glad I did because if not, I would have never met a lot of the people in the hobby that I did. And like you said, like people that are in my real life every day to day, nobody's into trains. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a place to come and hang out with people that enjoy the same things that I do, which is
Yep.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. It's relaxing, and it is nice. Um, it's kind of funny. Some of the guys at my work, there's kind of like a stigma that, like, they're like, oh, are you gonna, talk to and hang out with a bunch of, like, really old, like, retired people, guys in their 70s and 80s? And I was like, not really. I was like, honestly, a lot of the guys that we seem to talk to, I don't know virtually anybody, but I'm like, you and I are pretty similar in age. I'm like, there's definitely some younger generation that's getting into this, and I think that's cool. It's not just a hobby that is just meant for people that are retired and everything. There's working class people that are still participating in it. I think that's way cool.
Yeah, and it's funny because like one of my good like friends at work, my other buddy told him that I had a YouTube channel, and he was like amazed by the fact that I have a YouTube channel and like that I do lives and everything. He's like, he does YouTube, and my buddy's like, yeah, he only has a YouTube channel, and he's like, he was just blown away the fact that I have a YouTube channel. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was kind of funny, but he actually came over and saw like the layout and everything, and like he was kind of blown away with it and thought it was really cool. But not many. I mean, a lot of people come over and say it's cool, but most people aren't going to go home and set up a layout in their basement. Put it that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong
yeah,
with that either.
yeah. I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's just it's a way to express yourself. It's creative freedom. It's relaxing. It's not something that I really find stressful or strenuous. Like, I've had guys in the hobby tell me before, like, if you make it work, you're never going to want to actually, like, go do it. But if you make it something that's fun and enjoyable and you're passionate about it, then it's not work at all, and you'll be motivated to go down and do things and work on the layout and stuff. So, and that goes for any hobby really, but that's what it is for me. It's just like an outlet of just like, keeping my mind busy, keeping myself occupied. Like, I enjoy the challenge of, building and creating and, trying to make things work efficiently. And, this is definitely a hobby that lets you do that.
Exactly. Rich, you're not getting my sea liner.
He's adamant, man. All night he's
He
been
won't.
after that thing, man.
The funny thing is he could have got the sea liner. He had a full chance of buying it at York, and he didn't buy it.
He's trying to help a buddy out.
Yeah, dude, I don't have any other friends.
We're all your friends, though.
Don's not messing around. He said he got his TCA York registry yesterday, and he already put it back in the mail. He's ready to go.
Wow, that was quick. Yeah, speaking of that, Mike, so, and maybe someone else can enlighten me on this. I'm sure you probably can. So, if I was to go to another York, I'm not actually a TCA member. Can I still go again as a guest, or do I have to get a membership this time?
Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that if you went one time as a guest, I think you got a one-time chance. I think the second time you're supposed to be like a member.
Okay.
I believe. If
Yeah.
anybody's in here and knows more about that, put it in the chat. But I think that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I really couldn't find a whole lot of information about it. Like, when you sent me that link, I didn't even know where you got that link from for me to even register as a guest, because I couldn't even find that. I was like completely blown away. I'm like, I clearly don't know how York works, because I was having so much trouble figuring out how to register until you sent me that link.
Salty and I talked about this before, and it's not the easiest. Their website is not the easiest thing to navigate to begin with, and
No.
it can definitely be confusing. But Yeah, I'm glad I was able to help you out, but I'm pretty sure that they expect you to go do like a one-time guest pass, and then after that, they expect you to be a member.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Initially, I really wanted to go again in the fall because I enjoyed going out in April so much, but I think we've actually planned a side by side trip, possibly to Hatfield McCoy for that weekend down in West Virginia. So,
Nice. A guy I work with actually has like a camper down there that he has at a campground, and he goes down there a lot, which sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah, oh, yeah. I've never been, but we've talked about going. I've had several friends that have went down. They said it's definitely worth it. And it's one of those things where compromise. My girlfriend lets me put a train layout in the, master bedroom. So if we want to go to Hatfield McCoy instead of York twice in the same year, I've kind of got to be like, okay, we're going to go ride side by sides, which you don't really have to twist my arm to do that anyways. But
No, that sounds. My brother has one, and it sounds like a good time. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
oh yeah,
Tyler, I
for sure.
appreciate what you said about me. Thank you. So Tyler says it's going to depend on when and how you registered, either as a guest or as a temporary TCA member. If you registered as a temporary member at the right time, you can go twice. I've done it. So there you go. I don't know how you did it, if it was just a guest or a temporary member.
I think I did it as a guest. I wonder if I can try to weasel my way in for next year as a temporary member, if that's still possible.
Dave, that sounds awesome. He said 2 hours and 100-degree plus weather for 1 minute of video. He saw the big boy. Yeah, Big
That's
Rich. It probably
dedicated.
is the same people that run OGR. Dell also is saying you can only be a guest once. That's what I pretty much thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured if anybody would know, it'd be somebody in this group that would know that answer.
What's up, large woolly burger or bugger? Dell said Ray's sleep and he got roasted today on the excursion. Yeah, I mean, I would love to go down and do the side by. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Oh
My,
man,
I,
I'm
I'm
looking
gonna get
forward
my
to it.
brother side by side and borrowed and come down. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, we've honestly been doing a lot of the poker runs that are off road around here, and I'm telling you, man, it's some of the most fun. But like I've told you before, like all the roads around here, not all, but a lot of them are township roads, are legal for us to ride on them. So like, there's times where we'll just jump in the buggy and go for like a 2 hour ride just around home on the back roads, and no one bothers you, and it's just kind of nice.
Yeah, see, that's when we were talking and you told me that. That's awesome because that's not like that around here. You can't do that around my house.
Yeah. That's that's the thing. You guys really haven't seen me too active on Instagram lately, and that's just quite simply because during the week I've had a lot going on and trying to get stuff done like everybody, and then on the weekends we've been going on rides and we've been out riding. I can ride year round, but summertime's definitely like that's when like all the like hosted, sponsored rides are is during the summertime when it's nice out.
Yeah, which that's like you said. I mean, being able to ride on the roads and stuff, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely makes it convenient. Like there's been times where on a weekend I've never even had to take either one of my trucks out. We've just rode the side by side around. We've taken it. There's actually a local Amish breakfast place about 15 minutes from here, and we've taken back roads the whole way there and went and got breakfast in it. It was kind of fun actually.
No, that's what I told my brother. I said if you were legal to ride it on like the side roads around here, I would definitely buy one. But it sucks that it's not like that here. Like I said,
Yeah. Yeah, it all varies. Like the town that I'm from, originally, like they don't let you do stuff like that. But when I moved up here, that was one of the first things I noticed. And like, it's kind of funny. Like, there's a road that's pretty much catty corner with my driveway, and you can see the sign that says it's ATV, dirt bike, and side by side legal, which is really cool. It's nice to have it like right across from my driveway.
Dino said he was with Ray on Monday. He said he's a cool dude, but he's not meant for long day activities. Butch said his Maverick broke down. That's all he had going on.
I can't believe he's still in here. He's probably not wrong.
Chooch said keep Ray in alcohol and he'll be fine. Just keep Ray involved with sports. Put sports on TV. He'll be up then. Well, we got another 90-degree day tomorrow, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to try to get up early and get some stuff done on my day off before it gets super hot out.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I went and cut my dad the grass today. It was a scorcher. It was hot.
Oh, yeah. I mowed Monday for that very reason. That was the coolest day for the week at like 88 degrees up here. And I was like, well, I better get it done because every other day is going to be 90 plus. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, Lauren and I went out and did ours on Sunday night, and it was like late, like 8:30, and it was still hot as hell. And then, like I said, my dad needed his done, and he was like, "Oh, it's gonna be hot," and I'm like, "I'm not waiting." I was like, "It's only gonna get higher," and I was like, "It's not getting any colder." So we headed out there this morning to try to go before the hot came, and
Yeah.
got a lot of it done, but it was still warm. I will say that.
Oh, yeah. It's still in the 80s here right now, and you figure it's 11:30 and it's still in the low 80s here.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not cooling off at night like it usually does. Like the other day, I went into work and I couldn't believe. I think it was Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning. I went in and I was like, "Holy shit! Is it hot out?" When I walked outside, it
Oh,
like
yeah.
just hit you in the face.
Yeah, it's definitely been some pretty thick air lately, that's for sure.
All right, Chooch. Have a good night. I think I'm
See
actually
you.
going to call it here in a second. Here, Chooch. I'm actually like Trevor said, I'm planning on getting up earlier than normal. Like I don't want to sleep in extremely late. I want to get up a little early. Like I said, I got to make this video tomorrow, so that's my agenda is to make a video
Definitely looking
early
forward
morning.
to that.
Yeah, hopefully it turns out pretty good. Like I said, I still have to get my troop cars out, so I got to rotate some stuff out. But it should be hopefully it turns out to be a good video.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Chooch said it was only mid-80s on the beach today. Yeah, it must have been hotter here than it was there.
I was gonna say he's definitely got it made. He said 4 relaxing hours. Must be nice.
It was. Damn, James said it's still 92 in Cincinnati right now, which that's pretty damn hot.
Yeah.
I don't know what I mean. I think it's still pretty hot outside even here. Like, let's see what we got. I don't think it's 81 out still right now, which I mean that's still pretty damn hot for being 11:30 at night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have no AC up here, so I had to put in a little window unit just to kind of at least knock the humidity down.
Uncle Salty got to go to work tomorrow. That kind of sucks, Salty.
Yeah.
Butch put something up in the chat for you, Trevor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my boss. He said better be at work tomorrow. Joke's on you, Butch. I don't have to work tomorrow, buddy. Neither do you.
All right, guys. I think it was a good live.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining, Trevor. I know it was your
yeah,
first live. It was a good time.
yeah, absolutely, man. I really appreciate you having me, dude.
No, it was fun. I think it worked out well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could be happier with it.
Um, like I said, hey, you come down this way, let me know. Um, you're more than
Yeah,
welcome to stop by and check out the layout, and we'll
heck yeah,
definitely get you on here again once, either before you get your layout built or like when you do get your layout built. We'll definitely get you on here
yeah, for sure, man.
again.
I'd love to. Like I said, really appreciate the opportunity, man.
Hell yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right,
Yeah,
everybody,
sure.
have a good 4th of July. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe, because I know a lot of people will probably be shooting fireworks off. Um, like I said, hopefully I get a video out this weekend of pretty much the stuff that I'm running right now, but it should be hopefully it turns out to be a good video.
Heck yeah, guys.
Make sure you check out Trevor's Instagram. I did put it up in the chat. I had a hard time finding his YouTube. We'll have to get it posted up on here, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get on and make some content. I'm gonna have to at least put something up, even if it's just a rebranded, reposted from my Instagram, just so I have something up there for
no,
now.
I do that a lot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, so you're definitely okay doing that.
Yeah,
All
that's
right, guys. I'll talk to everybody later. Try to stay cool over the weekend, because I think most of us are going to be in some pretty hot weather.
Happy 4th, guys. Everybody be safe. Hope you have a good night.
All right, later.
All right, see ya.